In a quiet countryside town, an urban legend has haunted its residents for generations. The girl on the tricycle. They say she appears on nights of the full moon, pedaling her rusty tricycle through the deserted streets, with hollow eyes and a disturbing smile. Those who cross her path are never the same again. When João, a young man tormented by a childhood memory, returns to town to face his fears, he discovers that the girl is more than just a story and that his fate is tied to hers. It was a cold night, with the full moon illuminating the town's empty streets. João, then 16, was walking home alone after a party. The silence was broken by a sound he would never forget, the creaking of rusty wheels and the ringing of an old bell. He stopped, his heart racing, and looked around. In the shadows, a small figure appeared, a little girl, pale as death, pedaling a faded red tricycle. Her eyes were black, lifeless voids, and a crooked smile cut across her face. "Do you want to play with me?" she whispered, her voice echoing as if from a distant place. João ran, the sound of the tricycle chasing him like a shadow. When he reached home and locked the door, the noise stopped. But the image of that girl was etched into his mind, a nightmare that would follow him for years. 10 years later, João, now an adult, still carried the trauma of that night. He had moved to the big city, but the dreams of the girl on the tricycle never left him. Determined to face his fears, he returned to his hometown. There he discovered the legend of the girl on the tricycle was still alive. Children were disappearing on nights of the full moon, and the townspeople avoided talking about it. At the local library, João found old records, 50 years earlier. A girl named Anna had mysteriously vanished while playing with her tricycle. Since then, they say her spirit wanders the streets, searching for something or someone. On the first full moon night, after his return, João hears the sound again. The creaking of wheels and the bell's chime echo through the silent street. Where he lives, he opens the curtain and sees her, the girl on the tricycle, standing beneath a street lamp, staring directly at him. Her empty eyes seem to pierce through his soul. "Do you want to play with me?" she asks again, but this time, the voice seems to come from inside his own head. João feels an irresistible urge to leave the house. He tries to resist, but his feet carry him into the street. The girl begins to pedal slowly, and he follows, her hypnotized. She leads him to a vacant lot where the tricycle stops. Suddenly, the ground trembles, and João passes out. When he wakes, he's in a dark, damp basement. The tricycle is beside him, but the girl is gone. On the walls, he finds childish drawings made with charcoal, a girl, a tricycle, and dark figures. Surrounding her, in the corner, lies a small skeleton, covered in rags, Anna's remains. A repressed memory resurfaces. As a child, João had witnessed something terrible. A group of local men attacked Anna in that vacant lot, a crime covered up for decades. He was too young to understand at the time, but the guilt and fear stayed with him. The girl on the tricycle wasn't just a ghost, she had recognized him as the only living witness. The girl reappears in the basement, now more real, more threatening. Her hollow eyes glow with supernatural light, and her smile widens. "You saw. Why didn't you do anything?" she asks, her voice filled with pain and rage. João, trembling, tries to explain. "I was just a child. I didn't know what to do." But the girl advances, the tricycle moving on its own behind her. The basement begins to collapse, and João realizes she doesn't want justice, she wants vengeance. In a desperate act, he grabs a metal bar and destroys the tricycle. The noise stops, and the girl lets out a scream that echoes like 1,000 voices. Her body turns to ashes, but before she disappears, she whispers, "You will never escape me." João survives, but he is never the same. He leaves the town forever, carrying a weight he cannot explain. On full moon nights, he still hears the creak of wheels and the chime of the bell, even from miles away. The girl on the tricycle has not found peace, and neither has he. The legend lives on, waiting for her next victim.